Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nzinga, the founder of SheAlignedFinance, where we talk about faith, wisdom, and finance because they are aligned and they were never meant to be separated. So last week, we spoke about money mindset and becoming aware of your money situation. That was my very first video, guys, on YouTube. I decided to take that step of faith, and I encourage you to take that step of faith because faith without works is dead. So let's take this step of faith this year. And many of you have been in a circle with your finances for many years. And every new year we make a resolution. We want to change. We want to make a change. So I am the change here today. Let's do this together in 2026. So we spoke about becoming aware. That is your first step. And today I want to talk about financial behaviors and why women make emotional financial decisions. You see, money is not just about numbers. It is the way we live, the decisions we make for ourselves, for our families, for our children. It affects our overall well-being. So when money is uncertain and our stress level increases, this affects the decisions we make. That is why financial behavior is more emotional than it is logic. Studies show that financial stress is more connected to behavior than income. Because we would be wishing for the salary increase. And as the salary increase, our expenses increase. And we end up living the same way, wishing for another salary increase. Because what we haven't changed is our behavior. So today I want to walk you through some key factors to make that change. So come along with me. Key point number one, money is more than just numbers. As I said before, money is attached to housing. It's attached to our very well-being, our food, our safety, our freedom, how we do things, the vacations we take, the time we spend with our family. Because money touches basic human needs, it naturally triggers emotions. Financial decisions are easily justified because of those emotions. Even though we know it is harmful for us, we are able to justify it because of our emotions. You see, we don't just spend money, we respond emotionally to it. Key factor number two, emotions drive many financial behaviors. You see, emotions influence spending, saving, risk-taking. It even represents how we avoid money. Emotions are internal, it is layered, and it is mixed. And because emotions are so hard to identify sometimes, we often act first and think after. How much of you have experienced that? You went and do the shopping, you went and do the impulse shopping, you was walking along, you didn't plan it, and you bought. And afterwards you say, oh gosh, and you live in regret. How much of you ran down to that sale? You didn't have money for that sale, but you ran down to that sale. And you bought, and then you lived in regret. You see, to make better money decisions, we have to pause. We have to identify the emotion that we are feeling in that moment. And we have to separate that emotion from the decisions we make. So emotions drive many of our financial behaviors. Number three, we want to talk about today. We learn money, but most of us have not had a financial money education. So we learn money from our peers, we learn money from the past experiences, we learn money from advertising, from social media, from our parents, from our culture. But we never really had a formal financial education where money is concerned. And this leads to lack of knowledge. And you guys know we perish for lack of knowledge. This leads to low confidence where money is concerned. This leads to financial stress, and it also leads to negative financial behavior because we lack the knowledge, because we have learned money from the mistakes we make, our parents, our peers, advertising, and we have not had a really formal money education. So it affects, our long-term security. And what we learn about money quietly shapes how we behave with money. What we learn about money quietly shapes how we behave with money. So let's talk about behavior today. And let's talk about common financial behaviors, patterns. So money financial behavior fall into patterns that we don't even realize we're repeating, and you can see yourself in some of these patterns. Number one, we have money avoidance. So you avoid paying the bills, you avoid looking at the bills, you avoid opening the emails, you disconnect yourself from your finances, you feel undeserving of your finances. Number two, money status. Spending to look successful, spending to keep up with your friends, to show your family you have money, spending to keep up with the Joneses, as they would say. Then we have money worship, believing money would fix everything. Some of us believe money would fix everything. So we constantly chase money without peace. We feel like enough is never enough. Then we have money vigilance. So extreme frugality. We fear we would lose the money. We hide that we have money. So we live in secrecy. So we have money avoidance, money status, money worship, and money vigilance. These are the things that the patterns we establish, and I'm so sure some of you all have is seeing some of these patterns. Then we want to talk about behavior. You see, saving and debt are outcomes. Behaviors are habits, reactions, and patterns. Outcomes change only when behavior change. You don't change money by focusing on results. You change money by changing your behavior. So here are some questions I want you to ask yourself where your money is concerned. Question number one. What did I learn about money growing up? What messages did I learn about saving and spending? Do I associate money with fear, security, shame, power? Do I avoid money? Do I chase it? Do I hide it? How do I feel when I think about my financial situation? How do you feel when you think about your financial situation? Do you avoid it? Do you not sit down and even think about it because you don't want to face it? Do you feel that you have low confidence where it's concerned? Are you trying to spend and look nice if you have an event and you know that you didn't budget for it because you want to keep up with friends and family? Are you trying to hide it because you don't want to lose it, so you don't want to invest it, you're just saving And because you're not investing, inflation is eating up your finances. How do you feel? Have you ever sat back and thought about how you feel about your financial situation and try to change it, or learn about how to change that financial situation? You see, awareness is the bridge between behavior and change. Awareness is the bridge between behavior and change. So today, before I give you that doable step that I want you to do this week, let's go into my Proverbs moment. And my Proverbs moment for today is coming from Proverbs 26, 4:26. And it says, give careful thought to the paths of your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. Give careful thought to the paths of your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. You see, wisdom requires reflection. Give careful thought, so you must take some time to sit back and think about your financial situation. Give careful thought. Wisdom requires reflection. Thought precedes action, and change begins with awareness, guys. We must become aware. Then we must get intentional after we become aware. So here's your doable step for today. And even as we learned about awareness, I hope you went back and identified your money mindset. And today I am sure you were able to identify if you avoid money, if you have money status where you try to keep up with the Joneses, if you are a money vigilant person, or if you worship money, it is never enough and you feel that it will fix everything. So here's a doable step I want you to follow this week. Don't change anything yet. Simply observe, notice, become aware how you react to money, what emotions show up, what behaviors repeat itself over and over and have been repeating itself. You see, you can't change what you have not identified. So we're going in and we're identifying which one of these are me. Have I not learned about money at all, or I just learned about money from my parents, the advertising, social media? Have I never even enrolled in a financial literacy course, or enrolled a coach, or tried to learn more before I invest, before I save, try to take a course? Have I done any of this to improve my financial situation? Do I have money vigilant where I don't want to invest in myself to learn because I'm saving the money, but I want to keep the money too? So I am money vigilant. But because of that, I am not learning how to invest, because my problem is I don't want to let go of the money. I just want to see it save. Or have I been years and years and years could use over clothes, shoes, certain items to go on at an event, but every event I have to go and get new clothes because I'm meeting my friends and family and they have to see that I look good. Which one are you? Which one are you? Do we really examine ourselves and see where we fit in where money is concerned? Before we even spend, before we even try to save, budget, what kind of behavior am I displaying with my money? So this week, take some time and just sit back. See if you are repeating the same behaviors over and over. And if you repeat the same thing and you continue doing the same thing, you will get the same results. So maybe it's time to make a change. Maybe it's time to make that change. And you can't change if you haven't identified your situation. So mindset creates the awareness. Behavior reveals the patterns, and habits are how behavior becomes permanent. And next week, we want to talk about that big H called habit, which affects us a lot. Because awareness without a structure will not last. So guys, thank you for coming on my channel today. Please like and subscribe and share with friends and family so that I can continue bringing you this content week after week, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. When you like and subscribe, you would not miss an episode. Remember, when faith and wisdom and finances align, peace follows. Shalom.